Hello, my name is Garrett Jackson. I am a special ed teacher on the island of Saipan, part of the U.S. Commonwealth of Northern Mariana Islands. We're located in the Pacific Ocean, about 135 miles north of Guam, and about 8 hours by flight from Hawaii, and about 4 hours flight east of the Philippines. My wife and I moved to Saipan in the fall of 2016. And in February of 2017, my son Gabriel was born, and he will be turning 2 coming up in about a month. My wife and I have lived here on the island. This is our 3rd year. This is my 14th year in education, 7 years as a SPED teacher. And while here on the island, I was able to do a couple things. I earned my master's degree from the University of Texas at the Permian Basin in special ed, with an emphasis on autism and developmental disability. I currently have a few hobbies. Some I can do here on the island of Saipan, some I can't, but I play the trumpet, I'm part of the community choir, and I like to shoot competitively. I'm seeking the EDS and EDD in special education. We do not have any people in the CNMI public school system that have a doctorate degree in special ed. Maybe at some point I'd like to be a director of special ed, but for right now I'd like to be able to use what I learned from the classes to improve my school and help to provide services to the students that I work with on a daily basis and be a resource for other people here on the island, or at least in our island chain. As I said, I am a special ed teacher. I'm currently serving as the department chair at Saipan Southern. One of the questions that a lot of people ask is, what is teaching on Saipan like? It's a lot different than what you might expect. We are part of the U.S. Commonwealth of Northern Mariana Islands on Saipan, so we are U.S. territory, so we follow all the U.S. laws. Our population here on Saipan, we have about 35,000 people. We have 3 high schools. Technically 4, but 3 public schools, and we are really out in the frontier area. We don't have a lot of services that we provide the same way that are provided in the mainland. I don't have any licensed professional counselors who work at my school. I don't have any speech language pathologists. I don't have any OTs that come in, so we use a lot of telecommunications. We use a service like TinyEye to provide services that are mandated for our students through the IEP. We do a lot of one-on-one, and we really have to step up our game as special ed teachers and fill in and act as facilitators when we work with our off-island service providers. We also have people fly in from the U.S. mainland to do evaluations. One of my co-workers is a contract psychologist who comes in and does testing for us, and she comes in about 3 times a year so we can plan to have our reevaluations and measure progress. So some of the things I want to learn from this course. I really was intrigued by the title of the course, and when Liberty called me and said we have this course available and it fits into your schedule, I really kind of jumped at the opportunity because it deals with leadership within the school. One of the unique aspects of living on an island is that there's not a lot of people here with a variety of leadership styles, and not everybody's been off the island to experience working in the mainland, working with different types of principals. And so one of the things that I'd like to learn from this course is how to not only be a better leader as a department chair, but how to also be a better school leader and be part of that school leadership team that I'm on as chair. And perhaps maybe offer some guidance to my bosses above me about maybe some best practices that we can use to improve our school. Everybody says that their school can make improvements, and I truly believe that. But I also think in the situation of being here on the Northern Mariana Islands, we are out in the middle of nowhere, basically middle of the Pacific Ocean. And so we're really left up to our own devices a lot of times, and sometimes we need new ideas on how to do things and make things better. And I'm hoping I'll be able to get a lot of information from this class to do that. I chose to do a video for a couple reasons. Number one, in my master's program, they were really pushing the use of video and different technology in our classes to help our students, number one. Number two, I think it's important you see that I'm a real person, not just somebody typing on a screen. You can see my face, you can see my voice, or see my voice, hear my voice, and you know what I sound like. And so hopefully when I do write on the forums, you can place my voice on that writing, and we can have a conversation on the subject matter. So it's a little different, taking a risk here. Nobody said I could do a video, just going to kind of do it and see what happens. So I look forward to working with all of you in this course, and I think it's going to be a lot of good information coming out, and I'm hopeful to do well in the course. One thing I did want to mention to you, I was in a course last semester, actually both courses. We had some typhoons come through, and thankfully those typhoons were able to make repairs. The first typhoon that went through did some minor damage, but about 3-4 weeks later we had Typhoon U2 come through. And you can Google Typhoon U2, and I'll put a few pictures up so you can see real quick. But it was a Category 5 super typhoon, and we are still recovering from that. I sent my wife and child to the Philippines. My wife is Filipino because we had no power, no water, and 66 days later we still had no power and water, and it was finally restored. But a lot of people here on the island still don't have water and power. So we have crews from all around the United States and around the Pacific who've come to help us. So living on an island is kind of adventuresome in a lot of ways. And with that being said, I still don't have internet at home. I'm having to use internet at cafes and at work, and borrow Wi-Fi when I can to do what I need to get done. But luckily, with the grace of God, my apartment now has water and power, and so I'm looking forward to my wife and son returning at the end of January. They left for 90 days, like I said, because we didn't have any water or power. So I'd love to answer any questions you might have about our island chain and what it's like to live out here. So if you want to comment below, I'd love to respond. So guys, thank you very much, and you all have a great day.